Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. As you guys can see from the background, today we are back on My Farm, and the reason for this is because we have gotten a lot of brand new updates, and for the most part the game is actually really playable right now. Unfortunately, there still really isn't any progression with the game, but as you can see in the bottom right here, it says this game is still under development, everything you see is subject to change, and your progress may be wiped at any time. Enjoy. So yeah man, it's really starting to look now like an actual game. If we hit play, it'll start loading into the game. We'll have our own little separate island here. Of course, the reason why I am by myself and I have my own little island is because I did buy a VIP server. Unfortunately, because of the fact that he is actively working on the game, it seems like when you've already gone ahead and placed down items and then other people join, everybody's creations kind of clash together, so the whole entire map becomes crowded. But I went ahead and purchased a VIP server, not only because I want to start working on my farm early, but also because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to show you guys all of the new things that have been added. So right off the bat, the UI that originally was on the bottom left hand side has gone ahead and been moved up just a little bit, more or less kind of like the center of your screen, and on there you have the amount of money that you've earned so far, your inventory space, as well as how much water I guess you're holding. I'm not entirely sure what the last one is, but if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say we can walk up to these things, press E, and that should fill up our, yeah, there we go. So it is how much water you're holding. Now another really important and new thing that was implemented is the UI that is located on the bottom. So we can now place down our own crops, we can get our own tools, and decorate our entire farm just a little bit, even though they are going to be adding more stuff. I have no idea why I just said they. I actually meant to say David, because that leads me into the next thing that I want to mention. In my previous video, I told you guys that this was going to be a big games game, and it turns out that that's not the case at all. This is David's personal project, and as some of you may know, Preston's job over on Big Games is to pretty much handle like all of the models in the game, as well as the UI and promoting the game itself. David basically handles all of the programming that happens for my restaurant. I have been seeing some of you in the comments saying that the models in the game right now are like a little outdated, but David has already made it very clear that these are just placeholders. They will be changed at some point in the future, and I would imagine that he's probably going to do the same exact thing with the UI. He's already getting the My Farm logo change that you just saw in the loading screen, and he's basically getting all of this stuff done out of his own pocket. So it's going to be really interesting. Obviously the development may or may not start going a little bit faster, considering he is the man in charge now. I don't know man, it's going to be really interesting to see how this entire game plays out. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys kind of like the quick little rundown here. Obviously we have all of our crops. When you place down a crop, it's going to show you kind of what it's going to look like, but unfortunately you will have to go ahead and raise this crop on your own, or obviously lead the farmers over here. So as you can see, we placed down our wheat. Let's go ahead, we have some water, and of course the moment that we dumped water on it, it instantly evolved into the next portion, or I guess the next transformation of what it's supposed to be before it turns into the full grown wheat. Don't know if we just kind of let it sit here, or maybe if I water it again it'll go into phase 2 now. Is that how it's gonna work? Yeah, so exactly, I put a little bit more water, it went into phase 2. That's a little bit interesting. I don't think that he's probably gonna leave it like that. I would imagine that it's gonna be like something timed, and you'll be able to see when it's watered and stuff. But let's go ahead, now we got it to phase 3. Let's place some more water on it. Phase 4, and I'm gonna assume that this is the final one. Yeah, the particles are actually coming out where it shows like it's sparkling and already done. But unfortunately I do have my inventory full, so let's walk up to one of these stalls. We'll go ahead and place down whatever it is that I have in my inventory right now, and you guys are going to see that a customer is going to instantly spawn. So I just placed down the orange, and right over here, boom, there comes a customer. He walks up and we get paid $10 for that. Unfortunately, I do think that everything gives you $10 at the current moment, but hey man, I'm not mad. Obviously we are gathering a bunch of money so that way when this does release, even though I'm pretty sure he's going to end up wiping the entire game when release does come around. Although I do recommend that even if you guys aren't interested in the game right now, just jump in. There is an alpha tester badge, so I don't know exactly if there's any rewards behind that. At the current moment we aren't really aware of any, but just to be on the safe side, in case there is some type of limited item, I suggest that you guys jump in. Yo, hey man, you just stole my crop. I was trying to show them something, bro. I was messed up, dude. Anyways, let's just, I guess, place another one. Oh, wait, no, we can just grow it in the same place. So if I place some more water on this, I don't actually have to place another wheat crop down. It'll just do it. Now, in the case for the decor, I thought this was really cool, and I kind of want to show you guys. If you notice over here, I have like this little uncompleted square going on. The way that the system works for this is interesting, because when you place items down, if for instance, I wanted to have a corner going on right there, all I would have to do is just rotate this and place it right next to the one where I want the corner done, and it automatically makes the corner. I thought that was a really cool thing. I don't know if he's gonna end up keeping that, but I feel like that's a really cool feature, and it's definitely gonna make our life a lot easier to make these farms. Yo, I just remembered, can we actually still see? Yeah, we can. All right, so I guess he might leave this in here for a little bit, but every time that he does add a new model, it will be visible back here. So for instance, none of these were there the last time that I recorded the video. That's definitely really interesting. Now, the inventory system is very similar to how it is in my restaurant, but one thing that I'm extremely happy about is the fact that this little bar that's at the bottom is so much more thicker than it is on my restaurant. I don't know if you guys have the same problem as me, but on PC it is extremely hard for me to click on that little tiny thin line that they have for my restaurant. Another thing that I want to let you guys know about, for those of you that are interested in purchasing a VIP for this game right now to make your own farm, when you leave the game and come back, it's perfectly fine. You will keep the entire design of whatever it is that you made for your farm. This was actually something that I was really curious about because, again, when you join into a public server, everybody kind of gets thrown into this one little area, so it's really confusing. It's going to be really cool to see throughout this entire development process of people making some really cool farms. If you guys want to see me design my entire farm, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely make a video on that. And don't worry, when you do jump in here, you obviously start off with a preset farm, but you can click over here on the right hand side, delete, and you can delete every single one of these pieces and start fresh. So definitely don't worry about having to build around that entire default farm that's located in the middle. But yeah, man, so many of you were sending me DMs about the game, telling me that it had updated, brand new things have been added, and as soon as I saw them, I was super excited. I jumped in, I checked it out for a quick minute. Yesterday I was a little bit busy, so I unfortunately wasn't able to upload about it, but I figured today I would go ahead and kind of share it with you, those of you that unfortunately aren't able to jump in, maybe some of you that play on mobile and stuff like that. Just, I think the most important thing about this is to keep in mind that development is still going on. Everything is kind of placeholder, things will change, and unfortunately you may just lose whatever it is that you're working on. So take a lot of pictures, keep that memory so that way you can continue to build them. I'm super excited for this game to release, man. Obviously you guys know that I'm obsessed with my restaurant, and before I go ahead and end off this video, I kind of want to ask you guys, my viewers, the same question that David went ahead and asked in his Twitter. Would you guys be interested in seeing limited items come to this game? If it's a yes, then just let me know. If it's a no, let me know why. And for those of you that are kind of in the middle and don't want to say yes but don't want to say no, let me know how you guys could go ahead and make the entire limited system even better. But anyways, guys, like I told you, I was going to be keeping you updated on the entire development of this. Again, I'm personally super excited, so I'm going to do it regardless whether it gets 10 views or 10,000. I appreciate every single one of you that show up to my videos. Thank you so much. And to those of you that like my videos, thank you as well. I really do genuinely appreciate it. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any of my videos. But that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for today. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.